Everybody, and welcome to Late Night Football. Welcome to another transfer reaction show. And it's not officially confirmed. It's not officially confirmed transfer, but it's something that has gathered pace over the last 24 hours. Kalidou Koulibaly is close to joining Chelsea from Napoli, and it's a deal that's reportedly worth around 40 million euros with add-ons. So 38 million euros plus add-ons. Probably around 40 million euros is what's being rumored. He will be earning 10 million euros a season. And you know what? It's a great deal. It's a great deal for Chelsea because, for one, they do need centre backs. They've lost Rudiger, they've lost Christensen. They might be about to lose Azpilicueta as well. I know he's not technically a centre back, but he just plays as a centre back sometimes. So they do need reinforcements there. And I think Kalidou Koulibaly is a great deal. I know back in 2019, he was a really hot property. It was a really hot property, and Manchester United were interested. There were a couple of clubs in Serie A that were interested as well. He never moved. He stayed there, and I think he's in the last season of his contract now. He's in his 30s. So, so therefore the price has gone up. Back then it was 120 million euros, I think was what was being asked for. Now they've kind of reduced it. You can get him for 40 million. So I think it's a good deal. I think it's a fantastic deal for Chelsea. Defenders mature late anyway. So I think even though he's probably 31 now, so you probably got 3 or 4 seasons from him anyway. So yes, it's a great price. And I think he's a very good player. He's a little bit underrated because he plays for Napoli, so therefore you don't hear as much about him. You don't see, he's not as visible as some of the other defenders, probably like a Ligt or a Pau Torres. He's not as visible, but he's a fantastic, solid defender in his own right. I think it's so many players have talked so well about him. He's been very highly rated for a long time. He's been highly rated, but he's always been under the radar a little bit. So I think that's what it is. But fantastic signing for Chelsea. 40 million, I think, is a fantastic deal for Chelsea to do. And now the wheels are starting to move for Chelsea as well. We've just seen Sterling that was completed last week. Now Koulibaly is being done. Let's talk about some other players as well, like they're likely to come in as well. So things are starting to move for Chelsea. Things are starting to happen. And that's good. That's good news for Chelsea fans. That's good news for Chelsea as well. They need these signings. Ake as well, I think might be done as well. I think those two deals are separate anyway, so I think they do need 2 centre backs at the minimum. So I think getting Koulibaly and then getting Ake would be a fantastic deal for Chelsea to do. So it's a good deal for Chelsea in terms of the finances. I think it's a good deal in terms of the profile of the player because I think he's pretty physical. He's got a bit of good pace about him. He's not very pacey, but he's got pace, and he's of course very composed, very strong. I've not seen much of him, so I can't really speak to his technical skills. But I'm not sure if he's a ball-playing defender. But you play in the Serie A, you do have to be a little bit of a ball player anyway. So I do think he's got that as on his locker. And of course, he's got his international teammate Mendy already there. So he's already got someone who can help him settle in as well, and somebody who he can also rely on, as well as someone who can kind of speak to his qualities as well with the manager. So that's a good little blend there that they've got. So overall, it seems like a very good deal for Chelsea. So and a good deal for the player as well. I think he's due. I think Koulibaly has been due a step up from Napoli. I think part of the problem when you play for a club like Napoli are very hard to negotiate with. They don't generally negotiate easily, and so it's very hard to move away from a club like that. I know Higuain, used to play for Napoli, and Juventus pretty much had to pay his release clause to get him out of it, which was horribly overpriced, but they did it anyway because they needed him. And I think it's the same for Koulibaly as well. It's been difficult for him to get a move away because Napoli have been very reluctant to sell him because he's in his final year of his contract. And I think he's already said he's not going to sign a new contract. They've said, fine, we'll take we'll sell him because we want some money for him. So therefore, I think he's due a step up, and I think this is a good step up for him to make now, where he can go to a club that's a little bit more high profile, that will hopefully be challenging for trophies next season. I think it would be a wonderful move for him as well, personally, in his career. And I'm excited to see how he does. And hopefully he can do well. So congratulations to Koulibaly, congratulations to Chelsea and to Chelsea fans for almost. I mean, still some I's and T's need to be dotted and crossed, but I think this deal is happening soon. So once it's done, of course, we'll wait till that. But congratulations in advance anyway to all Chelsea fans who are in this deal done. Smash a like for Koulibaly, smash a like for Chelsea on this video if you enjoyed it. Do share your comments as well. What do you think about the deal? Do you think this is a good deal for Chelsea? Do you think how do you think Koulibaly will settle into Chelsea, to the Premier League? How do you think he's going to adapt to that? What do you think? Let me know in the comment section, of course. And do remember to subscribe to our channel on Facebook and of course on YouTube as well. I always appreciate your support. And like I said, we've got a lot of news coming through. There's a lot of things happening now as we get into July, and then we'll be getting into August. So do remember to subscribe so you can get notified as we have videos dropping. And of course, we appreciate your support as always. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.